So we're starting the day off at Semigo Wildlife Centre, and this is where we hope to see some orangutans. They're in the natural habitat, but they come down for feeding. Yes, those are real crocodiles, and I'm literally a foot away from them. That's crazy. I want to come here today and hopefully, fingers crossed, catch a glimpse of these magnificent animals. I would much prefer to come somewhere like this with a chance of not seeing them than going to a zoo. At least this is the natural habitat. The forest that we're in is a small forest area, but it leads into a much bigger area. At the moment, all of the major fruit that the orangutans like to eat is currently out in the trees, so the chance of them actually coming down for feeding is very slim. So at the moment I'm just on this walking route, just being very observant up in the trees in the hope that we might catch a glimpse. We can hope. So entrance costs only 10 ringgits, and this is a day ticket. So at the moment this is the morning session, and you can come back at the afternoon session, which is 2 PM to 4 PM. The morning is 8 AM to 10 AM. As I've mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of zoos, so to come to somewhere like this, which is a rehabilitation centre to look after injured orangutans, is currently 30 that they're looking after and will put back into the wild when they are fully fit. But just listen to the sounds. So you don't need to travel to the other side of the world, to Malaysia, to come trekking in a forest. Just follow my channel. The sound is incredible. So I've got to keep quiet, but we're just approaching a feeding area. Keep your fingers crossed. Just look at the size of this trunk, it's absolutely huge. Well, we've got no sign of them yet. I doubt very much we're going to see them, to be honest. I think I'm probably going to have to come back in March. Unfortunately, it looks like right now we've been unsuccessful. So we're all just waiting. There's quite a few people here. And today we are looking for the Sarawak orangutan. Come on orangutans, you're going to be YouTube famous. Oh, come on. Absolutely incredible sounds. I thought this here was some kind of material, but it's actually wood. It's the bark. Can you see it? Here, it starts here, goes all the way Okay, we have been driving for around an hour and we're now at Matang Wildlife Park. So we're going to go for an explore around here, around the trails. There is a board here to say that there might be orangutans roaming around. Always keep a distance of at least 16 feet away. What was that? I think it was some leaves dropping. It wasn't orangutan. So yeah, loving the sounds as we're walking around, and there doesn't seem to be many people here, to be honest. And I'm having to be very careful as I'm walking around, but it's quite slippy on here because it's been raining. But just listen. So what I've done, rather than booking on a organised tour with a tour guide, I've decided to use a driver, a grab driver, who's taken me around Cochin today. Great guy, really friendly, great conversation, and just loving being able to explore freely and not be part of a tour group and a tour guide, just being able to wander around. The sounds are incredible. The one thing that I've noticed about Borneo is that a lot of the tours you have to be travelling with somebody else, otherwise they will charge you for two people if you are travelling alone, and that's not good. But I get it, I get why they do that, but from a solo traveller perspective I don't think it's good, which is why having a driver who can take you around, tell you stories of the place and share their knowledge with you as you are exploring is a good thing. And right now I'm literally the only person here wandering around this forest, and it's the sounds are incredible. This is one of the things that I love about the GoPro, is being able to take you on a walk so you can feel and experience it yourself. There's something up here, don't know where it is. You can see all of the holes in this leaf. Guess it's ants, or not too sure. Always follow the paths, not wandering around these little areas here, because I could quite easily get lost in a place like this. The price of entrance into the wildlife park is 20 Malaysian ringgits. I'll put the British and American price on the screen. Watch your steps. I definitely recommend, if you're going to come here, to bring some good walking shoes. So I've just got more signs here to remind you before entering not to get any closer than 16 feet away from the orangutans. Not seen any yet, but maybe we'll see some today. Who knows? All you can do is try. I think coming back in March might be a good idea, because that seems to be a good time to come. But we'll continue to explore. We've got another trail to go on now. Bear in mind that this park is a rehab centre, so we will see animals in cages, but I think what's really important to remember is that these are animals that have been kept by humans. They're now being in rehab and they will be introduced into the wild at some point in the future. They aren't caged up for tourism, for zoos or anything like that. Just bear that in mind. It's something that I really had to do some research on before I came out today, because I didn't want to come to places which animals are used for tourism. We're now walking along this trail, being very careful where I'm walking. It's a little bit of a drop. Look at all these little guys. Turtles, tortoises. The spikes are to stop animals climbing it, eating it. I don't know. I'm not even sure what it is. I must admit, when it comes to nature and wildlife, I'm not really up on it. I should get more educated when it comes to things like this. I'd like to tell you what I'm seeing, but to me it's lots of trees, lots of jungle, lots of sounds, lots of sweat, but I'm loving it. Maybe I'm not looking good enough, but I'm not seeing any animals in any of these cages so far. Maybe they're hiding away. Guess it's hot. Look at the size of the leaves. Like, that's my hand and that's a leaf. Huge. I suppose this is just reality in the 21st century. The only way that you can see these beautiful animals is seeing them whilst they're being rehabilitated. Don't think he wants me to film. Wow, absolutely beautiful. He's throwing stuff at me. Oh, that's hilarious. Beautiful creatures. Yeah, now this place is great. It's looking after these animals, it's putting them back into the wild. You know, zoos, tourist tours with people riding elephants, elephants playing football, all that kind of stuff, don't like. And I think as tourists we should be responsible and make sure that we don't visit places like that, because we're spending money. It's having an impact on the future of our wildlife, of our planet. And I'm sorry for being preachy, but I feel as humans on this planet we have a responsibility. The sounds is incredible. What a fantastic place. Just walking through the jungle and hearing all the noises and seeing the animals. And yes, I know there was caged animals, but as long as they're being looked after and they'll be put back into the wild, that is the main thing. Sorry I kept going on about that, I just feel it's really important. When you're exploring somewhere like this, you always have to look up, but also look down. You're walking around, you just realise, you know, this has been here for like thousands of years. And go to the next destination. Not too sure where that is, but I think coconut milkshake is on the cards. So I've just had my first ever coconut shake and it was amazing, it was delicious. We're going to continue on with the exploring. So this afternoon we're going to be jumping around a little bit, just going to different places as we are driving. So I've now come to a Buddhist village, which looks really interesting. Let's have a look at this pagoda. Yes, this pagoda here. Look at that, it's absolutely stunning. So we're still walking around the Buddhist village gardens. You can see this here with the dolphin sculptures. Wow. Wow, this is absolutely stunning. What a way to end the day. And it is so peaceful here. All you can hear, the birds chirping. Very few people around. What a fantastic final day here in Cochin. I've had an amazing time and seen some amazing places, and I'm looking forward to coming back, and I will be back here in Cochin in March. Yes, I've decided to return back. I have enjoyed my stay here so much, but between now and March, please continue to watch my videos and subscribe. I'm going to be going to Kuala Lumpur on Saturday.